Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome to our Monday, June 16th school board meeting. We will start with our agenda approval, deletions, additions. Mrs. Castaneda.
Thank you. I'm seeking the board's approval for the revised agenda at your stations, which includes the following changes: Section 7B1, 7B4 under my section, as well as Section 7D1 and 2 under Mrs. Schooneman, and under Section 10, an updated date.
Move for approval. We have a motion by Dr. Malco.
I'll second.
Second
Bill
by
report.
second by Ms. Kelly. All right, Mr. Marshall.
No report.
Okay. Dr. Malco.
Aye.
Ms. Talent.
Aye.
Ms. Kelly.
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes. Is there any correspondence this evening, Ms. Kelly?
There is not, Mrs. Seuss. Thank you.
All right, we'll move into our liaison committee updates, and Dr. Malco.
Oh, sorry about that. Dyer Parks, the only thing I have to announce is that the splash pad at the Elmer Miller Park is open for your enjoyment. I have nothing on legislative other than we're still reeling from the effects of the legislators' decisions. I think we're all still reeling from that. But moving on to the Education Foundation, which is an organization of volunteers that looks to provide enrichment opportunities for our students in the classrooms. I have missed some of those meetings, but I know what's going to be really outstanding because I see some young gentlemen up there and young ladies. Maybe they would want to join the pickleball tournament that they're going to have. Yeah, all right. See, you're already shaking your head like, yeah, I'll do it. But beyond that, I mean, I thought that was a real creative fundraising idea, but beyond that, I'll let Mrs. Talent give you the other updates from Education Foundation.
Thank you. We have, will have always looking forward to individuals that would want to join the Lake Central Education Foundation Board, and we do have a new slate of officers, so looking forward to our fall grants under their leadership.
And do you have anything else for your other committees?
Me, sure. Just wanted to say, well, really I don't, because the Dyer Redevelopment Committee and Governance will be meeting this week, so I don't have anything there, and Wellness will be up and running in the fall.
All right, Ms. Kelly.
Okay, for the Schererville Redevelopment Commission, I don't have anything this evening. The Schererville Park Board, we had our regular meeting last week, but we also had a special joint session with Town Council last week to discuss or be presented with 4 concepts for the Ileana development. So we look forward to meeting soon to discuss those concepts and our ideas. So I'll keep you posted. Thank you.
And my committees are quiet. We will be gearing up for homecoming shortly with Dollars for Scholars. So yeah, if you want to help, reach out to me. All right, our official school board business topics consent agenda. Mrs. Castaneda.
Sorry. Thank you. I seek the board's approval for the minutes from the executive session on May 19th, as well as the minutes from the regular board meeting on May 19th. Also seek the board's approval for the claims, payroll, and extracurricular expenditures that you received in your board packet last week.
Move for approval.
We have a motion by Dr. Malco,
Second.
second from Mrs. Talent. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Dr. Malco.
Aye.
Ms. Talent.
Aye.
Ms. Kelly.
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes. And there is no public comments regarding action items, so we're going to move right into our official school board business topics regular agenda. And you'll be presenting, Dr. Baracus?
Yes, for Dr. Veraco's item, I'd like to bring up Irene Phillips from the Tobacco-Free Lake County Group, as well as Christina Collard from the high school, in order to recognize some of our students who produced a video for the Indiana Department of Health regarding vaping.
If you don't mind, can I?
Yeah, you have to kind of pull hard.
Thank you. Want to say good evening to everyone. I didn't want to have my back to the students. So I just wanted to, I am Irene Boone Phillips. I am with, I'm the Tobacco Prevention Coordinator for Tobacco-Free Lake County, and also with me today is Ms. Bree Crowder, and she's our Assistant and Youth Coordinator. Franciscan Health Foundation is our lead agency for the Indiana Department of Health Tobacco Prevention and Cessation Division's community programs. And I want to have my back to you also. I want to thank you, Ms. Suze, for giving us a few moments to acknowledge the stellar work of some of your students. Leah Fletcher, Madison Kapolsi, did I pronounce that correct? Kapolsi, Emily Humyak, and Morgan McCloskey. I just wanted to also just say that the CDC and the World Health Organization has recognized that the most effective prevention programs are those that bring youth to the table and work side by side with them. More importantly, when we empower our youth to use their talents and passions, teach them leadership skills, and give them opportunities for expression, we get amazing results. We have had great outcomes with Lake Central students involved and in their support of Indiana's youth component of tobacco control known as the VOICE program. It is our hope and prayer that we will be able to work with many more students going forward. Now, we talked to the students. We talked to Leah, Maddie, Emily, and Megan, and we gave them the idea, and we told them that it is important for peer-to-peer prevention messaging. And they took the ball and ran with it, and we are so proud of what they have accomplished. So if I can have, well, actually, we'll go ahead and we'll play the videos. We'll show you a sample of the videos that they not only did they plan out, they produced and they videoed.
What age did you start vaping?
I was probably 16, 15.
When and how did you get into vaping and why?
So, you know, I grew up in a house with older siblings, and I really think that's what really got me into it. A little bit of pressure from them. I'd hang out with them, obviously, so.
The #1 cause of teens beginning to vape is because of the influence of family, friends, etc. Why would you let peer pressure steal your future? When did you stop and why?
I stopped, it was actually hard to stop. I stopped around probably 17. You know, I really felt shortness of breath and realized it wasn't a good decision for me.
Studies show that 1.63 million students vape. Don't become a statistic. How do you feel different now that you stopped?
Now that I stopped, I feel I'm eating more. You know, really it didn't make me eat as much, and then now I'm just in an overall better mood and better physical health.
30 years from now, your family will be visiting you in the hospital. Not because you're celebrating a milestone, but because vaping has damaged your lungs. Is that the memory you want to leave them with?
Wait, there's more.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes. It captures everything.
People hospitalized, 2,807. That's the number of people hospitalized or killed by vaping-related lung injuries in the United States. Think vaping is safe? Popcorn lung can develop in as little as 2 weeks. One hit is all it takes. Consider the cost. One vape, the nicotine of 50 cigarettes.
Vaping.
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 Vaping. Vaping.
It makes you depressed.
Causes long-term effects on your lungs. Does not make you cool like at all. You lose your appetite.
As you inhale harmful chemicals.
You lose motivation. For you, you can get addicted.
Can cause cancer.
That vape steals your breath, your focus in class, your energy on the field. Don't let it control you. Your future is too big to be clouded by smoke. Ditch the vape and own your life.
All right. One of the things that we know will happen in the future, just so that you all know, that those videos are going to be used on a national basis. So not only are we going to be using them locally, but they will be used because it is so important that we develop and we allow our teens to develop peer-to-peer messaging, because we know that's going to be the most effective message. So if I can get Leah and Emily and Megan to join me down here, and Maddie as well. We're going to present you guys with a letter. I want to read this letter, and it is from the Indiana Department of Health. And it says, Dear Lake Central High School, I would like to take a moment to recognize and celebrate the outstanding work of the following students who recently completed a video project focused on raising awareness about the dangers of tobacco use and vaping. Leah, Madison, Emily, and Megan. These students created videos were not only informative and engaging, but also carried a powerful message, encouraging their peers to avoid harmful substances and instead seek help and support when needed. The thoughtfulness, creativity, and maturity that these students demonstrated in scripting and producing these videos are truly commendable. Their work is a testament to what students can accomplish when given the opportunity to lead with purpose. These videos have the potential to make a real impact within the school community, and we at the Division of Tobacco Prevention and Cessation are incredibly proud of all of your efforts. I join Irene Boone Phillips, Program Coordinator, and Brianna Crowder, Youth Coordinator, and a very special thank you to the Lake Central High School staff, members, and who supported and guided the students through this meaningful project. Your encouragement helped shape a space where students felt empowered to use their voices for good. Sincerely, Shirley DeBose, and she is the Regional Program Director of the Indiana Department of Health, Tobacco Prevention. And you each get one of those. Oh, good. I'm sorry.
Did you say that this will be used nationally?
Yeah, we will definitely will put it on. It will become part of our resources. Once we will probably work with Ms. Collard and do some things as well. We'll do some credits, because I think that they should have their credits on there. But yes, so they will become part of our resources that we will use, not only locally. One more thing, we're not done. You want to get a picture? Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Collard. You got to come down there.
I'm gonna, yeah, they don't want me to sign.
Get in? Okay. Wait, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Ms. Collard, we didn't forget you. We have a copy of the letter for you as well. Thank you. And also, we have our coalition, give our partners and our friends little goodies and whatnot. So we have some goodies for you, and we thank you for your support. You and Mr. Moore were very instrumental in helping us make the connection with these wonderful students and getting that project, absolutely. And that's it for that. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Beck, we do have one for the school as well, so I will give you a copy of that. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. I have one more thing. And this one is to Dr. Veraco and the Lake Central School Corporation. Dear Dr. Veraco and Lake Central School Board, Tobacco-Free Lake County wish to express a special thank you for your support and advocacy work throughout the years that led up to the Indiana State Legislature voting to raise the tobacco tax by $2 as of July 1st, 2025. With additional tax increases on other tobacco products. This is a well-established evidence-based policy that will improve health outcomes across our state and help curb tobacco use and initiation, especially among youth. Increasing the tobacco tax is a win-win for public health. It will help prevent kids from starting to use tobacco products. It will help urge Hoosiers to quit their tobacco addiction, and it will raise important revenue for the state. We stand with the Indiana Department of Health and all state and national partners in expressing our gratitude for your support over the past 10 years. We greatly value your continued partnership in community outreach, tobacco and vaping prevention, education, and empowering students to speak out about how the tobacco and vape industry targets youth. Students that advocate for the well-being of their peers will not only have a positive impact on the community, they can also change the world. Again, thank you for joining us in the mission to save lives. And sincerely, Irene Boone Phillips and Nicole Otis. That was great. I don't know if a lot of you all remember, but Dr. Veraco has been very, very, very supportive throughout the years, and we just appreciate you all so much. You're very welcome.
I did not realize that legislators put a tax on that. So when I was talking about decisions they made, it wasn't about that. It was about funding of schools, so.
There's a lot. It has been 17 years that we've been working on raising the tax, and finally, and I always say, it was when we put our students in front of those legislators, that's when they really decided that they needed to make a move.
Have the legislators seen this video yet?
Not yet. Not yet. We wanted to make sure that you all were aware of it and that you saw it first, and we're going to be working and pulling it out and pushing it out. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for making us so proud.
Proud, that is
Yes.
the truth.
Great job, very impressive.
Very.
Thank you so much, Irene, for coming tonight and sharing all of that good news with us. And thank you, Mrs. Collard, and our students for putting together such wonderful videos. You are more than welcome to stay for the rest of our board meeting, but if there's other things you'd like to attend to, you're also free to go.
Any takers? Any takers? Yeah.
So excited.
Okay, and then our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Castaneda.
Yes, for my first item, I am seeking the board's approval for the personnel recommendations, the revised copy you received this evening.
Motion to approve?
And I will second that. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. For my second item, I am seeking the board's approval for the professional leave requests.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Talent. Second from Dr. Malco. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. For my next item, I am seeking the board's approval for the updated classified employee handbook.
Motion to approve?
Motion from Ms. Kelly.
Second.
Second from Ms. Talent. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. For my next item, I am seeking the board's approval for the administrative handbook.
Move for approval.
Motion from Dr. Malco, and I will second that. Any discussion? Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco?
Aye.
Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. For my next item, I am seeking the board's approval for the food service handbook.
So moved.
Motion from Ms. Talent,
I'll second.
second from Ms. Kelly. Any discussion? Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. And then for my last item, I am seeking the board's approval for the custodial and maintenance department manual.
Move for approval.
Motion from Dr. Malco,
Second.
second from Ms. Talent. Any discussion? Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
I am an aye. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And our Director of Primary Education, Dr. Bracy.
Good evening. My only item for tonight is to seek your approval for the professional leave request in your packet.
Motion to approve?
And I will second that. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our Director.
Dr. Bracy, I do have a question. I've never seen NCTE and NCTM in a joint conference before. Is that something new?
So it's both reading, writing, and math. So I'm excited to hear about it when she comes back.
Makes total sense.
I agree.
But we've never done it before, right?
I won't say never, but not often.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you.
And our Director of Secondary Education, Mrs. Schoeneman.
Thank you. For my first item, I'm seeking the board's approval for the professional leave requests included in your board packet.
Move to approve.
Motion for Mr. Marshall. I will second that. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Mrs. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye, motion passes.
Thank you. For my second item, I'm seeking the board's approval for the field trip requests also included in your packet.
Motion to approve?
Motion for Ms. Kelly. Second from Dr. Malco. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Dr. Malco? Aye. Ms. Talent?
Aye.
Ms. Kelly?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
And our Director of Facilities, Mr. Ledger.
Thank you, Mrs. Seuss. I just have one item for information tonight. Was included in your packet was a NIPSCO incentive check we got at the beginning of the month for $558.80, and that was for some work we did at Pifer over spring break. We lost a condenser from the winter, and we replaced it with some different type of equipment, and NIPSCO did some inspections, and they were very happy with it, and they wrote us a check for $558.80.
Nice. Thank you. Our Director of Business Services, Mr. James.
Thank you, Mrs. Seuss. My only item this evening is to seek your approval for the donations that were included in your board packet.
Motion to approve?
Motion for Ms. Kelly. Second from Dr. Malco. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Dr. Malco. Aye. Mrs. Talent.
Aye.
Ms. Kelly.
Aye.
And I am an aye. Motion passes. And I don't think there's any public comments, so we'll move right into our board comments and consideration of future agenda items. Mr. Marshall, do you have anything this evening?
Aye.
Do you have any comments for future agenda items?
No comment.
No comments. Thank you. Dr. Malco? Thank you.
I just had a question for Mrs. Schoeneman. Is the summer school being done online, or is it is it in person?
For the high school? We have online, well, it's in person for summer PE. That's in person. And then, so they just need the 1 credit now. So it's PE, and there is a pool unit embedded in there. That's all in person. And then we have some online. And then we actually have for English 9 and algebra, something new where it's a teacher teaching it, and they're meeting the kids where they are in terms of what concept they needed to still master. So it's a little bit of both.
So it's almost like an individualized program then?
Yes.
And they work one-on-one with the student?
Not one-on-one, because there's multiple students
Small
in the class.
groups?
Yes,
So
but we use Reveal Math, and so the online platform for Reveal, which is McGraw-Hill, allows the teacher to assign specific lessons to kids. So Val Gardner, our math coach for the high school, worked with the algebra teacher to put that together and determine how to best meet those needs to make sure the kids are mastering those concepts.
So they drill down into the weak areas for the student?
Yes.
Okay. I had wanted to ask you that, and then I missed the board meeting, so I didn't have a chance. The other issue that I would really like to hear from is AI. Now, I see Jennifer Miller is going to a workshop in that. And, you know, rather than us sitting here and just kind of brainstorming, this is what it should be, I'd love to hear from our teachers as to what the AI, and our administrators, what the AI is allowing, or what the students are allowed, you know, just some guidelines. There's got to be something that you follow, but I have no idea what it is. And when I get questions, I go, well, let me check. So
Jeanette Snelson, she is one of our English teachers, and she's attended multiple professional developments and is one of, you know, the resident experts in terms of learning as much as she can, as quickly as she can. And actually, we just had a meeting together with one of our vendors that we utilize, and she is so well versed with AI We brought her in to ask the questions and to truly understand what the platform can do. We use something called Turnitin at the high school, and the kids have to put their papers straight into Turnitin. And we've used it for a while. It looks for plagiarism, but there is an AI component to it as well, where it can identify the percentage of AI that a student may have used.
Oh.
So we do have that we utilize at the high school. And then in terms of, so there's that piece, there's the prevention piece that, of course, there's a place for that. There's also the education piece, because we can try to prevent all we want, but it's here. And so we have to teach the students how to use it responsibly, which is actually embedded into the standards now anyway. So in computer science, there's standards about AI usage and ethical AI behaviors, things like that. So we're moving along in terms of putting things together, policies, things like that. We'll be sharing a new policy when we go to the handbook, when we present that at the school board meeting. So you'll see that in the handbook as well.
Okay. And then, I don't know, the feasibility of having someone come in and talk about it, someone who uses it, someone who knows all the good things, bad things, the barriers that we have to overcome. And are they using this at the university level, this Turnitin? Is this, do you know?
They use things like it. There are multiple platforms where you have to submit your papers through that. A lot of the universities have a policy, so I know that especially in our English department, they've pulled some of those university policies. Indiana State, I know that theirs is, just having gone there recently, theirs is, you can use it for research, but not for, so it's very, some of them allow it, but very specifically what you can use it for.
Okay. And then, Dr. Yolanda, does that travel down into the elementary then, the upper elementary, or?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet, okay, good, good. And then I also wanted to wish a happy retirement to Christine Gaines and Janet Jao. I was sad to see that on the list, but congratulations, ladies. That's all, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Talent.
I did want to say that Ms. Phillips, Irene Phillips, from the Indiana Department of Health, Tobacco, and Free Lake County have really been involved in the Lake Central through the Wellness Committee, and our Sarah Castaneda does lead that district committee for wellness, and every year they've been here. So thank you for that openness. It does make a difference.
Thank you, Mrs. Kelly.
And I'll follow Louisa's comments on that same topic and just congratulate those girls again. And Mrs. Collard, what a fabulous job on those commercials. They look like something you'd see on TV when you're watching television. So great job.
And that's what I was going to say. Thank you to Mrs. Collard, Leah, Emily, Madison, and Megan. Wow, fantastic job. So you did us proud.
Definitely.
So with that, I'll turn it over to Mrs. Castaneda for board calendar of future activities.
Thank you. We'll be back here in 2 weeks on Monday, June 30th, and then remember, we just have the one meeting in July on Monday, July 14th.
Thank you. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
And there is a second, and we're adjourned.